All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, and this will be a brief overview and presentation of the website, how everything works, and in general, just for all of you to have an understanding of Aintuition. So, we will start from the very beginning. Aintuition is currently an AI development company based in Canada, Toronto, and they have created an AI that is able to just gather data and based on that predict future data. It's currently the world we're living, and AI is what's going to be taking over throughout the next 10 years for sure. So it's the right time to be in this type of industry. So very briefly starting, as I mentioned, it's a Canadian artificial intelligence company, and it is registered in Canada. And when you do go to the website, you're able to go in About Us, and obviously regarding the documents, it will be the same documents that you may find on the Canadian government website. Okay, you can see the corporation number, business number, and in general, just all the information you may need regarding the company. So feel free to do that. Always do your own research. So it's important, yeah, to be up to date with everything. All right. Now, starting with the actual functions of Aintuition and how it works. It's divided into two sections. So people here can either come and be regular users and invest with Aintuition and earn daily percentages. And the reason Aintuition is currently doing this is because they would like to become widely known around the world, and in order for them to be able to sell their AI to the public, so that they can not sell, but more like a Netflix subscription. People are going to be able to connect it here at the top of the website, so that people can connect to playing sites where they can actually use the AI and earn on a daily basis. But before doing that, the company actually has to be well known and go viral. So in order for it to go viral, what do people do? They usually hire or pay athletes or influencers to market the company. However, Aintuition has decided to, instead of actually paying people using their marketing budget to pay actual people, they decided to use the marketing budget to pay the actual users in daily packages. All right, it's when people are happy, they talk about what makes them happy. So it's the best way to go viral and have people tell others about it. So the way that works, people are able, and users can come into Aintuition and, for example, start with the basic package, which is at 3% daily for 12 days. And yeah, anywhere from $10 to $50, right? So people can open a deposit, and for 12 days, that's how much they're going to be earning. And at the end of the 12 days, they receive the amount back. And this is something that happens, with different packages. This is just a one-time package that people can use to try it out. That way people don't have to come and put a lot of money. If they feel confident enough, of course, they can go for these two. But otherwise, this is something most people feel comfortable with. However, people that do, that are not as tight with money, then they're free to just come and put $500, for example, at a time. And for 20 days consecutively, this is how much they make. Now, I'm going to use the calculator that is on the website, which is a very amazing thing that the company has created. It's here under investments. You can go, and for users who just don't know what to expect, this is something they can do. They click on the package they would like to potentially invest in, the currency they're going to be using, and the amount that they wish to deposit. So say, for example, $50, right? Now the calculator calculates, obviously, how much you'd be getting per day, how much would be weekly, and how much yearly in case, you were to open it every time over and over again. However, yeah, these are the results that one should expect within the first week by depositing $50. It's $10 per day, and the average profit being at 18. Now, people are able not just to use USDT, because now we're currently in a big bull market. So people don't want to get rid of their crypto. People have Bitcoin. People have Ethereum. There's also our pioneers that have a lot of Pi, and they're able to use the actual currency instead of having to sell their crypto. So for example, here, if you click on the third package, for example, and you invest say 0.1 Bitcoin, right? You invest there we go, 0.1 Bitcoin, it shows you how much you'd be earning in the percentage, but in actual Bitcoin. This is amazing so that people don't have to, again, sell their crypto, get USDT, and earn in US dollars. So this is how much, a person would be earning daily in Bitcoin if they were to deposit, for example, 0.1, which is currently what, 12,000, 13,000, something like that. And and 0.9 is what they would be earning throughout the year if they were to continue to open this package over and over again. However, it lasts for 25 business days. So this is a very cool option. And again, it's also available for the pioneers. They can deposit up to, huge amounts, millions of pi. So, 50,000 pi. They were to deposit that much, 1, 2, 3, bam. This is how much pi they'd be earning on a daily basis with such a deposit. So keep that in mind. The calculator is amazing for people who would like to test things out. Again, going back to the packages, this is the different packages you have. So based on your budget, based on how much you can put in, this is what you will be expecting. This is what you should expect. And again, you can use a calculator for that. And for people, these are all these packages, you get the percentage returned. However, in this last package, which if people want to start immediately from very high percentages and not have to deal with these small percentages, and people want immediately 3 or 5, this is a 100-day package where for 100 days, this is how much you'd be earning, and the minimum amount and the maximum amount per transaction. However, you do not receive the capital at the end of the 100 days, whereas with these ones, you do receive them at the end. So, see what you like. Most people go with this first one and this one. Statistically, these two are the most popular ones. Now, it's also very important to note that, as we were saying, with the company, they're interested in going viral, and for as many people around the world to know about Aintuition before they actually launch and not launch, but before they actually put on the market their AI that people can actually pay a monthly subscription of $50, just like a Netflix subscription, and they can use it on their own. Because right now, anybody who invests with Aintuition, they're quote unquote linked, attached to the actual company itself, by them depositing money within the platform. However, once it's out for sale, people will be able to use and profit from it on their own. So for now, since the company wants to go viral as fast as possible and reach 100,000 users, this is a partners program they have thought out. So for example, if you are a marketer, or if you're a very influential person who knows many people, or maybe you know people who know other people, then this is for you. You don't necessarily have to invest, and by doing this, you can just simply invite people to the platform, and you'd be earning percentages based on what they deposit. So for example, you just registered on the platform, right? And say you have a friend, and your friend comes and he invests $1,000. He invests $1,000, so he is right after you, right? So you invited him, so you have a referral link that you sent to him. He registered, he puts $1,000. You immediately get 5% of that amount that he deposited. So that's $50. As soon as your friend deposits the $1,000 and opens a package, you immediately receive on your dashboard, which we will show you in a bit, you immediately receive $50, which you can withdraw instantly. Excuse me, had to drink. Now, say your friend that you invited, maybe he doesn't invest anything. Maybe he just registers and forgets about it, but maybe he has a friend that does invest $1,000. That is the same concept. You will be earning 2% of what your friend's friend invested. Your friend will get 5% because he invited him directly. You, however, get 2%, even if your friend didn't invest anything and your other friend and the friend of the friend ended up investing. Now, these numbers go up as the amount of money that you bring into the company goes up. So if you want to make it to partner, for example, you have to have your team bring a total of $200,000. You don't need to do this. Your actual team, all the people under you, have to bring this amount. Once they bring this amount, you immediately unlock different levels and your percentage goes up. And this goes as far as 30 levels deep. So after you've brought, say, $100 million to the company, obviously this is not for the average person, so we're just going to stick around here. However, these numbers are possible, and they do happen with very, very famous and, in general, big leaders and or marketers. So yeah, $10 million is I'm not going to say it's common, but it happens. It does happen. There's always 2 or 3 people that are capable of such numbers, and they earn 10% of that amount, 5%. So they're making tens of thousands of dollars a month, 100,000, 120,000 a month, based on the amount that their team brings. So again, if you happen to know people or people who know people, absolutely, please feel free to share as much as possible, because you'll be earning based on everything that they bring. So you don't necessarily have to invest. However, once again, I remind you, tell your people or your users so that you have less questions to answer. Have them come to the calculator and check, based on what package they want to open and what currency they want to use, how much they should expect to earn. That way, it's very self-explanatory. And yes, a little bit about us. You can feel free, just to review here. Remember, documents are here that can all be checked on the Canadian government website. Now, going to the actual dashboard itself. This is what it looks like. It's very well done, very well done. So as soon as you get to the actual overview, this is where you will have your referral link that you can send to people, so people can actually register through you and earn percentages based on what they actually invest, or their people. Here, just a brief information of the AINTU token that is currently out, and which eventually, once the IPO happens, the company will be launching on the Toronto Stock Exchange, and all the coins that people have gathered in Aintu will be able to switch into actual stocks of the company percentage-wise. So definitely, no, not financial advice, but, whenever you do have Aintu, maybe it would be good to just keep it. Now, as soon as you get to the dashboard, say you want to invest, bam, you click, first you click top up. You have to click top up, and you choose whatever currency you want to top up with, either Picoin or Tron, Bitcoin, Ethereum. So if you want to, just be basic, choose basic stuff like the USDT from Binance, you click. Bam, how much you want to deposit from your either private wallet or from Binance. Bam, you click top up, and it will create this for you. So you have the address where you have to deposit the USDT. Again, this can be from Binance or from your private wallet, or if you have your phone with you, you just scan the code, send it to this address, and within an hour, depending on if it's a business day or a weekend, please be patient, but usually within an hour or maximum, it's you will have it on the overview. Excuse me. On the overview, and you will see it here. When you see total assets, you will see it in, where are we here? USDT from Binance. This is where you're going to see your amount. And then you can actually go to invest, or just simply create deposit right from there. You choose whatever package you want. I currently do have 5,000, as you saw, so I'm just going to invest here as an example for you. I'm going to click where are we? What do I have, by the way? I always confuse it which USDT it is. So I have it in Ethereum USDT, so I am going to create a deposit. Same thing here. You can create deposit or click invest. It's the same thing. I'm going to go right here. Actually, yeah, I'm going to use this one. No, I'm going to use this one here. Bam. This is the first option, the one people usually go with. So bam, 1, 2, 3, $1,000 in USDT. I got to click that again. And you can see here the minimum and the maximum, right? $1,000 in USDT from Ethereum, how much you'll be earning per day. On average, between 15 and 22, right? Because it's based on fluctuating percentages. Then I get refunded. And this is how much I'll be earning per week from $1,000. Bam, let's do this. Done. You won't get a message immediately, so you just have to understand that it did go through, and now you see it's been taken down. And if you go to the my deposits here, current active deposits, you can see the one that I had a few weeks ago. This is one that I had. I put 5,000. I earned 3,000 on average, 1,100, and bam! Now I open this new one, which will last for 20 days, unlike this one, which lasted 25. And this is how much you'll be earning on a daily basis for 20 days. So we can get back to that eventually. Withdraw works just the same way. You click whatever it is you have. I have USDT and ERC, so I don't really want to withdraw anything, but again, since we're explaining, I have to put here in my wallet. I changed it recently, so again, I don't want to be doing this right now, but you put your wallet, you click withdraw, And once you do that, it will show you in transactions. Simple. Partners, same thing. Whatever partners you have, for privacy purposes, I'm not going to click on this now, but you can see that, the amount of partners or people you have. Actually, no way, it's fine. Here, these are the people that are in partners, how much they have brought in, and commissions that were earned and whatnot. Again, I'm not a marketer, so for me, there's not very big numbers at all. However, for people who know what they're doing, hopefully you'll have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 partners below you. And I believe this is pretty much everything regarding the actual panel and the dashboard and how it works. Very simple, very, very simple, self-explanatory, and yes. So, excuse me. And so any questions you have, please feel free to always contact support. Monday through Friday, usually around 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., something like that. And be patient on the weekends. Again, people still, they have their lives, they have things to do, so keep that in mind. And yes, of course, here you have all of these socials, as well as, YouTube videos, explanation videos, which is where you're going to be finding this video, Instagram. And currently the main languages are English and Russian. However, they're adding now Italian, Spanish as well. I mean, the website already has that. However, once the community grows more, then you'll have actual, more socials. So yes, hopefully this explained everything to everybody, and I wish you the best with your time here at Aintuition.